It's just such a good feeling to see because it just validates that I know what I'm doing. So, um, you know, I've been asked recently why, how do you react when that phone first rings? Like you go into a new location and I'm going to take Texas for instance. I was in Texas a little bit ago. It didn't work out. Reason why it didn't work out is because ad spend was ridiculous. We couldn't figure it out, and we ultimately just got rid of it, sold it, whatever. And that was a long time ago, and now I'm back. So, when you go into these new markets, basically marketing, and that's my background, you want to have location pages. You're going to need landing pages and location pages for basically every city. So Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe, Mesa, Gilbert, Casa Grande, Florence, Maricopa, and then you do kind of the middle side, Avondale, Central Phoenix, North Scottsdale, Anthem. Then you go over to the west, Surprise, Goodyear, Litchfield Park, and so on and so forth. And when you have location pages, it's so much easier for you to branch out and get clients because you're able to rank in other cities. And the reason why you're able to rank in other cities is because a bunch of mobile IV therapy operators out there aren't going to take the time to build out 40 location pages. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build out every single city known to man, every sub-city known to man, and make sure that they're super unique so we don't get flagged by Google. Because if you're just throwing out a bunch of location pages, you're going to get flagged by Google, and they're going to be like, well, you're a spam company, and what are you doing? But if you take your time and you build them out correctly, and there's certain things you could use now with AI, it's probably the best thing to do when you build out location pages. We went into Texas about 3 months ago, and we got into Dallas-Fort Worth, and I knew we were going to get it. I knew we were going to get calls, and before we were even there with nurses, we were getting calls. And it's just such a good feeling to see because it just validates that I know what I'm doing. Like, I know what I'm doing, but just seeing it happen, you're like, damn, all right, it works. But, we went into Dallas-Fort Worth, and, we're getting a bunch of calls in there, and then we jumped to Houston, we jumped to Austin, we jumped to San Antonio. And of course, I should have slowed down, but right now we're spending about 600 a day, 500 a day in Texas, and we're killing it, And like I love it because it made me feel whole again because we're back in Texas and we're actually generating calls and it's growing.